The day that I thought would never come is finally here. Sonic Unleashed is unofficially on PC. Completely playable from start to finish, no emulators or mods necessary, it's just Sonic Unleashed in all of its glory. And even that glory has improved resolution and frame rate. Who would have thought that just after my last video asking for Unleashed on PC, that I'd actually get it? So if you don't already know, Sonic Unleashed just recently got what is essentially a PC port through Sonic Unleashed Recompiled, created by some of the most talented Sonic modders and creators within the entire Sonic community. Seriously, this feat is something that nobody saw coming, and didn't even think was ever going to happen outside of an official Sega port of the game. Yet here is Sonic Unleashed on PC, completely recompiled by the fans. There's just so much to go over here, from the updated visuals, new settings, mod support, and just the fact that it's even playable on PC at all. So I'm just going to jump right into my thoughts on Sonic Unleashed Recompiled, since I just recently completed the main story. First things first though, how exactly do we get to playing Sonic Unleashed on PC? Well, thankfully, it's super simple. I'll leave a link to the project in the description, which includes an installer that'll actually get the game working on PC, and that's literally it. You'll need an Xbox 360 copy of Unleashed in order to get it working, and there's instructions on the GitHub page on how to get your legal copy of Unleashed onto your PC. Please follow the instructions there. I've said before in previous videos, but the Sonic community has some of the most talented modders and technical wizards, and Sega is very lenient about things like fan games and mods, so if you want them to stay lenient on these kinds of things so that we can get awesome projects like this to continue, then just get the game legally. It's not that hard to do. Anyways, once you've got it downloaded, you just need to follow the instructions and add the correct files that it asks for. Super simple, everything is laid out for you and there's no extras required beyond just what it asks for when installing. However, this game actually already has mod support. Crazy, I know. Sonic fans are once again proving that they are insane, in the best way possible, I promise. So if you have the Hedge Mod Manager, which I'm assuming you do if you've ever modded another Sonic game on PC before, then you'll already be able to download mods for Unleashed Recompiled. The best part? Most of the mods that were already made for previous versions of Unleashed on PC, like Xbox or PlayStation emulators, already work here, so there's mods that you can download to enhance your experience right away. For me personally, I downloaded Improved Progression and Foreign Input System with combo transitions only, because they enhance the playthrough experience by removing things like the tornado stages, making it so you unlock multiple new skills when upgrading your combat stat, allowing you to collect XP from super far away, and providing way smoother transitions between moves during the Werehog combat. Just some great quality of life stuff. But there are a ton of other mods that you can download, from swapping Sonic's model to completely revamping the Werehog combat, because like I said, Sonic fans are insane, in a good way. So now that you've got the game installed, and all the mods you could want working, before clicking that epic new game button, you should definitely check out the settings that this game has, because they're honestly better than anything official. I mean it. This game not only has 1080p resolution, but also supports for up to 4K, and even in ultra widescreen, or portrait mode if you're insane, not in a good way. You can also play at really high frame rates, and even with a subpar computer, it'll still run pretty well. Not to brag, but I just built myself a pretty beefy computer a couple months ago, so I can run this game at max frame rate at really high resolutions, with all the settings maxed out, but I'm not kidding when I tell you that you can have this game running on a Steam Deck, and it'll still work great. Anyways, once you've maxed all the settings out that you can, make sure to turn on Enhanced Motion Blur, because it's better, or just turn it off. And also turn off the Werehog battle music, because the nighttime themes by themselves are so much better, genuinely some of my favorites in the Sonic series. And if you just want to listen to some other music, but don't want to turn the music volume all the way down, then you can enable this setting right here, which makes it so that the game's music, not all the audio, just the music, will fade out if you have any other audio playing on your computer, which means that you can listen to YouTube videos, Twitch streams, Spotify, anything you want, while still having sound effects in the game. Genuinely a really cool setting that's nice for replays, but I highly recommend listening to the music if you're playing Unleashed for the first time. Once you're finally done with all that, it's time to play some Sonic Unleashed on PC. It's gorgeous. The daytime levels have never played smoother, the nighttime levels never sounded better, and the cutscenes never looked better. Playing this for the first time reminded me of just how incredible Sonic Unleashed was for a game that came out in 2008, because its age is barely showing here in the visuals. And yeah, they were improved because of the settings I enabled, but still, playing this version of Unleashed made me feel like I was playing it again for the first time, which is exactly how a remaster, or in this case, recompilation, of a game should make you feel. Obviously, I've played the daytime levels in Sonic Unleashed hundreds of times before, so I knew what I was doing, but just being able to appreciate them on my PC in such good quality made me so happy. The Werehog levels were also a ton of fun, since I usually rush through most combat encounters due to the music being grating after a while, but I actually experimented with combos and other stuff this time around. Partly because of the improved progression and foreign input system mods, but also just because it was so much more fun to beat up hordes of enemies while listening to Cool Edge Night, or Arid Sands Night, or Jungle Joyride Night, or, well, you get the idea. I've always enjoyed the Werehog levels in this game, but for whatever reason, I came out of this playthrough with a newfound love for them. The Clock Tower Climb and Rooftop Run was a nice little platforming section, hunting for medals in places that I had forgotten about was fun, and just performing tons of combos on tanky enemies or bosses was so much better than button mashing Y like I'd done in the past. I somehow came out of this experience appreciating the 20-minute long Werehog levels just as much as the daytime stages. Probably because I hadn't played them as much, but seriously, they're actually good. I'm not exaggerating. This project also comes with achievements as well, so you already know I'm going to go back through and get all of those. And I'm also going to play through all the DLC levels, since this also supports all the DLC, again, just another reason that this is the best Sonic PC release ever. And I still have to S-rank every stage, daytime and night, collect a bunch of souvenirs, get max stats on Werehog and normal Sonic, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm nowhere near done playing this game, but I just needed to make this video as soon as possible, because my hype for it is at an all-time high. I've never actually 100%ed Unleashed before. I don't usually do that for older Sonic games, mostly just the newer ones, but I'm definitely going to now with this version of the game. This game is seriously everything I would have wanted from a Sonic Unleashed PC port and more. The visuals being updated make for an incredibly beautiful experience, the smoothness makes playing these levels feel so nice, and the mods and enhancements genuinely push it over the top to make it my absolute favorite Sonic game. I just said JakeCenZ recently beat out Unleashed in that category, but sorry Shadow, Unleashed has taken it back with this PC release. Genuinely any and all of my issues with Unleashed were resolved here, and I cannot believe it finally happened. Out of nowhere too. I was just minding my own business on a Saturday afternoon when I was struck with utter shock and awe at not only a playable version of Unleashed on PC, but an absolute work of art and improvement upon the original. I genuinely have no other words than the highest of praise I can give to everyone that worked on making this possible, so thank you. Thank you to everyone who made my favorite Sonic game playable on PC after all these years. This is one of the happiest moments in all of Sonic history for me. And thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed or have any questions about how to install Unleashed on PC, drop a like and leave a comment, and I'll try to answer some of your questions to the best of my ability. With that said though, do be sure to subscribe for more Sonic content in the future, as well as a potential full review of Sonic Unleashed, since this release reinvigorated my passion for it. But in the meantime, I've got some medals to collect and some DLC levels to beat, so I'll see you next time.